Fellow Earthlings, welcome. I'll split up the Battle of Quatre-Bras in different videos, and at the end I will make one giant video of the Battle of Quatre-Bras. 15 June. It was actually von Sachsen-Weimar who said the iconic words in German. Meine Herren, ich habe noch nie gehört, dass man einen Feldzug mit einem Rückzug beginnt. Halten Sie die Kreuzung! Ney is ordered to attack Quatre-Bras. Once the Prussians are dealt with, they will march to Brussels. The Belgo-Dutch headquarters is at Nivelles, while Ney's forces are gathering near Frasnes. Girard's forces are detached from the left wing and march towards Napoleon. 18:30 p.m. Red Lancers under Denouet Lefebvre skirmish against a company of Nassauers under von Norman, accompanied by Bijleveld's artillery as they open fire. French regroup and charge again and again. Around 19 p.m. General Bijland and von Norman's 2nd Nassau-Usingen of the 2nd Battalion fall back, while occasionally stopping to return fire. The Nassauers rejoin their battalion and withdraw towards Jamiancourt Farm. The Allies take up defensive positions into Bois de Bossu and Jamiancourt Farm. The Lancers withdraw. Ney arrives. He's ordered to scout the area. Before attacking, Ney probably wants his forces concentrated first. He has a lack of reconnaissance reports about the enemy's strengths and positions. Rey and Foy will advise caution as well. Ney decides to scout the area tomorrow. A deserter from D'Erlon's 1st Corps is on his way to notify the Allies of the composition of Ney's troops. It's the Chief of Staff from the 4th Division. Meanwhile, Allied reinforcements arrive to reinforce Pierpont. Piré clashes with some lost hussars that are cut off from their main body. So now, Bois de Bossu, Jamiancourt Farm and Pierpont are in Allied hands. 16 June, 3 a.m. Perponcher reaches Quatre-Bras and meets Weimar. Denouet skirmish shortly with Prussian hussars, but they retreat. Around 5 a.m. 27th Jagers and the 8th National Militia Battalion reach Quatre-Bras. 6 a.m. Prince of Orange arrives. Ney is ordered to use Quatre-Bras as a stage to move to Brussels. After he took Quatre-Bras, he would set up an advance guard at Genappe and from there perform a night march with 6th Corps that is still in reserve at Charleroi to march towards Brussels. So Ney is ordered to send a cavalry division at Genappe, another one at Marbais, to attack the Prussians in the rear and to link up with Grouchy, also to scout from Marbais in all directions. Due to Soult, poor staff work, elements of 1st and 2nd Corps march on the same road causing congestions. 1st Corps is scattered as far as Thuin. But Ney's orders change. Instead of marching to Brussels, he is to take Quatre-Bras, let Wellington retreat and let 1st Corps outflank the Prussians at Ligny. Then when Napoleon dealt with the Prussians, he would swing towards Brussels and thus getting between Wellington and Blücher. Ligny is a primary objective, but this was very vague in Ney's given orders. Quatre-Bras could be easily taken. He should have scouted earlier on, and also Ney issues late orders at 11 a.m. to concentrate his scattered forces. A French attack is imminent on Quatre-Bras. The Allies prepare. At the Allies' outer right flank, we have Grand Pierpont Farm, occupied by a small detachment of Oranian Nassauers from 1st Battalion. Here, southeast of the extreme southern part of the Bois de Bossu, are Grand Pierpont Farm and Petit Pierpont Farm, at approximately 1.5 kilometers west of the high road of Brussels. Both of these farms are in the low ground of the stream of Odomont, which comes up near the farm of Grand Pierpont and then flows towards Rêve. Farms will play a significant role in the battles to come, because they are strong points. This farm will be easily taken though. The Allies can't hold this position against the overwhelming French infantry columns. What do you think happened to the inhabitants of this place? Were they still present during the battle? Would you leave your home? In behind, just behind the road, also Oranje Nassauers. And Württembergisch General von Norman leading his men. Here's Dutch General Perponcher leading the 8th Dutch Battalion of National Militia. In front, a skirmish line of Nassau-Usingen. At the southern edge of Bois de Bossu is Belgian Lieutenant Winsinger's artillery, who fought alongside the French. Then from 1st Battalion 2nd Regiment, more Nassau-Usingen. We got German General Bernhard von Sachsen-Weimar here. Next, Nassau-Usingen from 3rd Battalion 2nd Regiment, Belgian Brigade Stevenart's battery in behind. Next to the road to Charleroi we got Captains Bijleveld's Dutch Artillery Brigade. Up front, forming the outer left flank, Dutch 27th Jagers in 2 skirmish lines from the road to Charleroi, behind Leray Farm into the cornfields and to Pierpont Farm. 2 companies at Jemiancourt of the 2nd Battalion Oranje Nassauers. A little more than a kilometer southwards from Quatre-Bras lies Jemiancourt Farm. Surrounded by hills, it is situated in a valley, so you have a lot of blind spots towards the battlefield, so it is debatable that it is of no technical significance. It is a very strong defensive position though, and the unevenness of the terrain will prove a disadvantage for the attacking French. Waterloo will lead the attack on this kind of a fortress, and the Oranje Nassauers, who are currently stationed here, were up all night guarding this position and will be fatigued for when the battle will begin, because the French are near Frasnes and skirmished with the Allies during the night. Luckily, they will be replaced by troops from Perponcher's Dutch-Belgo troops. Presumably, when the French take this farm, they will prepare to push their advance onto the Allies' left flank. Between the farm and Materne-Pont are the other 27th Jagers. Their lines are stretched thin. Materne-Pont is actually bigger than a pond. See for yourselves. Dutch Lieutenant Koopman's artillery is in behind. Just behind the intersection of Quatre-Bras we got 2nd Regiment of Nassau-Usingen from 2nd Battalion here. Behind them Oranje Nassauers. Quatre-Bras at the time consisted of a couple houses and some farms. We got the Dutch Prince of Orange here. He is in command until Wellington arrives. Behind the road to Nivelles we got Dutch 5th Battalion National Militia on the right, we got Dutch General Bijland, on his left we got the Dutch 7th Battalion National Militia. Here we got a Belgian battalion of the 7th Line Infantry. Quatre-Bras, as we know it, was known as Trois-Bras, meaning 3 arms, because it was the intersection between the Namur and Brussels Road in 1815. The Allies spread their forces and used the uneven terrain and the woods to their advantage to make it hard for the French to estimate with exactly how many forces they are dealing with. It's a dangerous gamble. The Allies are few in numbers. To make matters worse, their only Prussian cavalry marched back to their unit. They need to hold this intersection to block the road to Brussels and to give Wellington time to scramble his forces and come to their aid.